machine too much. You cannot leave the mountain. You will dissolve into nothing.
Well, we've definitely started right off in a very bad spot. So we're going to learn about being tainted. The ghost attacks may leave you tainted by the black water. If this happens, your health will continuously decrease. Use purifying embers or defeat all the present ghosts to remove it. Ugh, I was not ready for this. She only has one face. Oh, she's gone. Where did she go? There you are. I don't know what to do here. Like, is this the Maiden of Black Water? Alright, I think the more I attack her, the more... Oh. I was gonna say the more I attack her, the more faces she gets. Oh, she's a quick one. Ho ho! Hello. Alright, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Now, 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 now. Dang it! Where is she, though? You're not gonna take anything from me. Gotcha. That was a good picture. There you are. I guess we're doing it over. Every time I attack her, I get a new circle. So I just gotta keep attacking her. Now she's gonna get a... Oh my god, she's right there. She's right there. Dang it. Back up. I said back up. See, I learned how... I used the There you are. She was right on me. I learned how to use the pushback. The I can't talk right now. Hold on. You're gonna have to give me a second. Not cool. You can't just... Dang it, she got me. Did she miss? How did I get re-healthed? I don't know. I'm not gonna complain. Alright, she's there. That Shrine Maiden, she was the one that brought Fuyuhi here. The one who made her. Okay. Well, welcome back to another episode of Fata Frame. In the last episode, we found Fuyuhi, who was possessed into committing suicide. And then she tried to attack us. And then that happened. So we have a mission right now. And our mission is to get out of here. So I'm actually going to check the map super fast here. And as you can see, we are not where we want to be at all. We need to head down this way. Wait a second. Where are we? Oh, I know where we are. Okay. So we just got to keep heading down. We're going to head down this path. This is where we found the camera. And we're going to leave. And we're never going to come back. That is essentially the plan. So let's start. We are soaking wet, of course. And I like how just now we've decided it's too dangerous. That's just fantastic. You know, I was gonna say, I really like the little effect of her, whatever her name is. What's her name? I don't remember her name. But the effect of the wet clothes, I think it's a really awesome looking effect. Although I was discussing this with, oh, not a cutscene. Oh no, this is not good. While searching for her friend, Fuyuhi Himino ended up taking her own life. Having witnessed Fuyuhi's final moments, Yuri knows she wasn't alone when she died. What of that other woman who killed herself in the same way? Not to mention the mysterious shrine maiden, sodden from the rain. Yuri managed to locate Hisoka's camera oscura, along with a charm she always liked to wear. For now, she must return to the antiques shop alone. And for those of you who didn't realize, we're pretty sure Hisoka is dead. I'm pretty sure she's dead. I got B rank. So what happened last time, of course, is that the trial version ended, and I had to replay this entire level. Had to replay this entire level. So, that's what happened. So I did better this time than last time because I knew that I was going to, I knew that I was going to be scared. And I knew where the scary parts were coming. Alright. We are starting third drop. Third drop, Ren Hojo. The author who sent Hisoka to find the photographs takes a closer look at the album. One photo catches his eye, and he decides to investigate further. He goes to the inn with a camera obscura and Rui, his assistant. All right. For each player, for players who want to enjoy the story, we've been playing normal so far. So let's just continue to play normal. I'm not gonna waste any points on this stuff. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste any points. I want to use the points for the camera itself. Let's find out about Ren. Third drop, post-mortem photography. Ren Hojo, a writer, is haunted by a recurring dream in which he kills a young girl during a ritual. He receives an album of post-mortem photographs located on his request by Hisoka. Upon reviewing one of the photos, Ren recognizes the very scene from his dreams. Eager to delve further into this puzzling mystery, Ren heads to the abandoned inn, in person this time, bringing along his assistant, Rui Kagamiya.
Will you die with me?
She's beautiful, but she looks sad too.
Yeah.
Isn't she the type of woman that you get nervous around?
Yeah. There may be more of this stuff out there.
Shall I call Hisoka?
No, let's go there ourselves. It'll be quicker that way.
At this hour?
It won't take long.
So then, shouldn't you take the camera obscura? You haven't used it yet. This could be your chance. People say there's something off about that place.
Okay.
Alright, well, we're taking it. You got Ren's Camera Obscura. You got the measure upgrade that displays on the current health of a locked on enemy. Finally! There's an unfinished manuscript on the desk. It doesn't have a title. I'll need more materials to solidify the theme. Unfinished manuscript. Memorial portraiture. The act of photographing dead bodies was a practice in Western countries in the 19th century, a time when photography was still a rare and expensive luxury. The bodies of recently deceased family members and loved ones were photographed in lifelike poses as a solemn keepsake of remembrance. While researching the phenomenon, I discovered that a similar custom was made its way to Japan as well, known as post-mortem photographs. A small number of these photos still remain. I have been fortunate enough to obtain one such photograph, which I found to contain certain beauty lacking in its Western counterparts. When photography first arrived in Japan, it was accompanied by the prevalent superstition that photographs could steal a person's soul. Whether anyone truly believed this or not, it surely gave postmortem photography a special significance in Japan. If photos were taken with this belief in mind, then postmortem photographs would not simply have been taken as keepsakes or for mourning purposes. Rather, the practice may have carried a certain deeper spiritual significance. It urges caution in using the camera. To Renhojo, the camera you left me to look at is a device known as camera obscura. Its purpose is to capture images of the supernatural, things invisible to the naked eye. These cameras are incredibly rare, with almost mythical status in the antiques market. A few have been known to exist, but this is the first I've ever seen with compound lenses. I don't mean to frighten you, but rumor holds that to own a camera obscura is to invite misfortune. They say everyone who has owned one has either died, lost their mind, or gone missing. The cameras themselves have outlived many owners. While some aficionados do seek them out, the stories of previous owners meeting with such misfortune has had an impact on their value as antiques. My camera obscura was left to a local family. After its previous owner passed away, they graciously gave it to me. I believe yours is still usable, but please do exercise caution in doing so. Sincerely, Hisoka Kurosawa. P.S. The cover on your camera obscura is broken, but it seems it originally had a box shape. I doubt you'd sell it to me, but I would like to borrow it for a while, if you don't mind. I am happy to compensate. Please think it over. Alright, we're going to the sofa. There's something on the sofa, and there's another thing on the bookshelf that I want. I came across this book while researching Mount Hekami, the Maiden Slayer. I don't think this story has anything to do with what's going on now, but you never know. The Maiden Slayer. Mount Hikami has long been steeped in legends revolving around suicide and ghosts. Revered as a sacred place since time immemorial, it was once the worshipping ground and home of many shrine maidens. Once there was a man who fell in love with a maiden and came to the mountain in order to court her. However, she remained loyal to her duties and refused his advances. Enraged, the man killed her and threw her into the river. That's what you do. Several days later, he returned with a torch and blade and proceeded to brutally butcher all the shrine maidens on the mountain, tossing them into the river as he went. The waters of the mountain flowed red with blood, carrying the slaughtered corpses of the maidens all the way down to the pool of purification. That's what we just saw. We just saw that event. It is said that the eyes of each of the shrine maidens had been gouged out. Just before killing the first maiden and tossing her into the river, the man's eyes met with those of his victim. Something in her eyes led him to murder the others, or so the legend goes. With all the maidens dead, he killed himself by cutting his own throat. The ghosts of shrine maidens still drenched in those bloodied waters have appeared on the mountain ever since. It is said that those who meet their eyes are led to their deaths. They follow the women into the water and drown themselves. Though only a legend, the story is believed to be based on an actual incident. Local records show that the bodies of several shrine maidens were discovered long ago, and that all rituals and rites ceased to be performed from that day on. Looks like part of Rui's journal. It must have gotten mixed in here while tidying. I feel bad reading it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Mr. Hojo can't clean up after himself. For someone who's lived alone for so long, he is incapable of housework. He can't cook, and he's bad at tidying up. It's more like his caretaker. I'm more like his caretaker than his assistant. He loses things all the time, and whenever he doesn't have a book he needs, he blows up. He usually ends up asking Miss Kurosawa for help. One time I was trying to sort all his books, there was one I couldn't find anywhere. It's like it just disappeared. Miss Kurosawa found it with her shadow reading. She went into his room on her own, then came back a little while later with the missing book. She just smiled and said something about making the invisible visible. What is the shadow reading business anyway? That reminds me of that one time. I was tidying up and I came across something I'd never seen before. It was like Miss Kurosawa said, the invisible became visible. It was kept inside an old box, but I don't even know what it was. I put it aside to sort out later on, but when I went to take a proper look, it had vanished. It must have gone invisible again. Alright, well, let's grab the final item. It may have some information that I could use. Who knows what I might need in it. Looks like a report written by Yuri. It seems to be about the photo album. Found item report. Client, Ren Hojo. Report by Yuri Kozukata. Verified by Hisoka Kurosawa. Details of request. Find items pertaining to post-mortem photography on Mount Hikami. Obtain if possible. Perform shadow reading using post-mortem photograph found on Mount Hikami as token. Located album of post-mortem photographs in Ichiru Manor. Took custody of the object. Alright, well. Head to the old part of the abandoned inn.
Sunset. We should hurry.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, we're heading into the creepiness.
There's a local superstition warning people not to go up Mount Hikami after dusk. If you climb the mountain in the twilight hours, it'll show you a different form. Its true form. Only those who wish to die come here at that time. I think that's the inn where the album was found. This must be Ichiru Manor. So, do you think you'll be able to use the camera obscura? I think you should try it out first, just to be sure.
Okay.
Tutorial. Ren's camera obscura must be different. This type of camera obscura allows you to take multiple photos at once. Use the multi-shot R function to take 4 photographs at once, dealing more damage to the ghost than you photograph. Dealing more damage to the ghost that you photograph. Taking multiple photos at once also helps to get fatal frame shots. After a multi-shot, the camera obscura will take longer than usual to reload the film. Keep in mind that multi-shots quickly use up a lot of film. Also, standard camera obscura lenses do not work with Ren's camera obscura. Oh. Well, I want to use the good film. There we go. Let's try this. Feel free to take more pictures if you wish.
Is the camera working?
Well, you look like you, so yeah.
Is that a good thing?
We should go.
We should go.
I hear the older part of this inn, the part that's further back inside, it was part of some temple or shrine. After it became an inn, the proprietor's family lived here. There was a massive landslide that hit Mount Hikami. Maybe they were all buried under the rubble. Hey, it looks like the album you asked for was found in the old building.
Yeah, sure it looks that way.
An old 3-story inn stands in silence. The landslide raced down the mountain and through the inn, dumping all it picked up into the pond. Well, I'm gonna say it. It's about time that we end this episode, and in the next episode we're gonna enter the inn and probably get really scared. So I hope you'll join me in the next exciting and terrifying episode of Fatal Frame. See you guys next time.